You need to stop watching self-development content. Are you addicted to watching YouTube videos and reading books and listening to podcasts all on the topic of how to better yourself? Because if so, it may be coming from a core belief that you are just not good enough. I am someone who loves self-development content. I mean, clearly I make it on my channel. I'm consuming it always. I feel like it's something that I have a really big passion about, but I also can recognize within myself that sometimes I'm doing that out of a place of wanting to change myself and wanting to be different so that I'll finally be enough. And if you are someone who is also obsessed with self-development content, you need to become aware of your reasoning behind why you're so obsessed with it. I'm going to provide a few questions at the end of this video that you can ask yourself to be able to try and figure out where this desire to become better is coming from, and if it's coming from your heart, your soul, your desire to, be your best self truly, or if it's coming from a place of just not feeling like you're good enough as you are. Right now, let's get into the topic of not feeling like you are good enough and just clinging to all of these advice videos and topics and just feeling like you constantly need help. Something that I feel like we all need to be told more often than not is that we are doing good. We are doing good enough. We are good enough. We have done and accomplished so much within our lives already, and we are a success. We don't need to do more. And while yes, life continues to unfold and expand, and we're going to create more and have more experiences and be more as people, we are also perfectly enough as we are right now. I want you to picture yourself at the age of 5 years old. At the age of 5 years old, you have not had a job. You have not written an amazing essay. You have honestly just recently learned how to start walking and talking and drawing and reading and all of that stuff. You're in a very basic level of life. Like if we're looking at life as a school, you're in like level 2, if that. So would you tell your 5-year-old self that they're not doing enough, that they aren't good enough, that they haven't achieved enough, that they aren't a success? No, you wouldn't, because you would understand that at the age of 5, you're doing amazing. For considering how long you've been here and all that you've done, you have learned how to walk, you've learned how to read, you've learned how to draw, you've learned how to see, you've learned how to hear. You have become so capable of doing so much within that short amount of time. And it's the exact same for you at whatever age you're at right now. If you are 20, if you are 50, if you are 80, you have done an amazing amount within the amount of time that you've been given. You have done enough with your years. The years that are behind you, the years that have passed and that you can't access and that maybe you feel like you didn't utilize to your best ability, those years have made you who you are right now, led you to where you are right now, and also have been enough, no matter where that is, whether you have achieved all of the goals you've set for yourself, whether you're actually in the phase of life that you thought you'd be in at this certain age, you have done enough and you're exactly where you're meant to be. It's so interesting when I look at our capitalistic society. We're all so consumed and conditioned to believe that we need to be a certain way, and we're consumed with trying to achieve these goals that are set by us. We're told that we need to go to kindergarten, go to high school, go to college, get a job, get married, have children, have a really successful business, save a lot of money, retire, travel a little bit, somewhat connect with God. We're told that in order to have this almost all-American lifestyle, we have to be able to knock off all of these boxes in order to say that we've done enough with our lives, and that just isn't true. It just isn't true. If you look at other cultures or other countries in the world, you'll see that. You'll see that not everybody goes to college. You'll see that not everybody makes a lot of money. You'll see that not everybody has children. Not everybody gets married. Not everybody saves a lot. Not everybody even travels at all. And so if we set all of these boxes of what we need to do within our lives, and we're all living to try and live this exact same life, how pointless is that? What's the fun in that? So embrace the fact that your life has been different. Embrace the fact that you haven't checked off all of those boxes and that you don't have to. You can create your own boxes. If you are someone who wants to live in another country for a year and that's something that you feel like you really want to do, that should be a box for you, and that doesn't mean it has to be a box for everybody else. And so I think it's really important to just remind ourselves that we have done enough, you are doing enough, and if you feel this constant need to try and rush in the rat race, just look around and acknowledge how much you've already accomplished. even if it's not things that other people have seen. The other day I was thinking in the car about how beautiful my mind is and how much I've nurtured my mind to be able to get to a place now where I'm so encouraging of myself and so loving, and I'm constantly saying how proud I am, and I'm just really, really kind in my mind. And at a time it really was not like that up there. And I was thinking to myself that I wish like other people could hear how I say to myself, or I wish that other people could see, you know, like my mentality, or hear how I think, and like they'll see how good I am. And then I kind of just realized, like, what does that matter? Whether they think I'm good or whether they think I'm bad, it really does not matter. I'm the one that gets to enjoy this beautiful mind that I've now nurtured. And this is the exact same thing for whatever accomplishment that you've created, whether it's achieving millions of dollars, whether it's, you know, getting on a routine of taking a shower every day, whatever your win is, it's something for you and not for anybody else. So I just want you to remind yourself that you can affirm yourself, and you can have so many accomplishments, and you can do so many things that you're proud of, and it doesn't need to be seen by anybody else, and it doesn't need to be validated by anybody else, because you're doing it for you. This is your life, this is your story, and all of this is for you. And I think it's so easy to, like, I was thinking about that actually yesterday, another car ride. I'm always thinking of things when I'm like driving, but yesterday I was thinking about how this is my story. Like, people may come in and out of my story, but I owe them really nothing. This is my story, and situations may change in and out of my life, and I'm not obligated to do anything with them or to stay with them or to cling to those experiences. This is my story. Like, this is your story. You have no obligation to do anything for anyone. This is you. This is your story. And so you don't need to cling to anything other than just being, other than just literally living your life. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys a question, and this question is going to help determine whether you guys are approaching self-development from a place of not feeling good enough or from a place of just really wanting to be your best self because you deserve to be. I want you to close your eyes and imagine your best version, your best self. What do they look like? What are they wearing? What are they doing? What does their days look like? Who is around them? What are the words that they're saying? What are the compliments that they're hearing from other people? How do they feel? When you look at all of those things, I want you to acknowledge whether those things are for an outward appearance or for yourself. Is that best version of you someone that you think will be perceived really well, someone that will be desirable, someone that will be admired? Or does it feel good to just be that person? Does it just feel good to be who that person is? Because if you're doing all of this, if you're trying to achieve your best self just for the external validation of others, chances are that you're doing it from a place of not feeling good enough and not from a place of just wanting what's best for you and wanting to be the absolute best you can be because you feel like, you know, you need to take advantage of this life. If you want a full video on not feeling good enough and the things that I've done to try and navigate that, because that's definitely been something that has been really rooted within me for very, very, very long, I can definitely make a video on that and fill you guys in on kind of how I've worked through that. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just a random little spiel. Check out my vlogs. I definitely include some advice throughout my vlogs as well. And if you do follow my vlogs and you don't check out my self-development videos, then check out those. I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And please subscribe. Please subscribe.